So I have decided to make small tapestries. It's kind of hard to see in this light, but in this size. So I have been sketching a bit beforehand in my sketchbook, and I figure Korok would be kind of cute to have on, not all, but on some at least. I find them very adorable. I'll probably insert the sketches from my sketchbook later on in post. But that is gone for now, to sketch out these small ones. I will also do the long ones I showed earlier, but I'm gonna start with the small ones. Just floating around, as well as these two, where the big one is holding into the small one's leg. I would probably do more, but that's it for now. And then I also want to do for Twilight Princess, because it's my favorite Zelda game. So I think the organ shield fits pretty well, since it's the first shield you get, as well as I've forgotten its name, where you collect the tears when you're in the Twilight realm to restore it, you know? There's also tons of like monsters and stuff I wanna do, but that will have to wait. I'm gonna make a smaller one of these, so it'll be easier to do these tiny tapestries. Yes, this is what we have. So I'm gonna make a couple of them, I think. So when I feel like I know what I want to do, what I want to paint, I can just go ahead and do so. I don't have to come back in here and do everything over again. So I think I'll cut out a few, sew them as well, so I can just start whenever I feel like it. So these are cut out and sewn as well. And I printed out the sketches that I wanted to do. I need to rework this one because it won't really fit as well as I would have liked it to. But all of the others are fine so far. So I'm gonna start with this one. And we'll see if I will bleach it today as well. I'm quite tired. But if I get a spring of energy, I will bleach it as well. I do want to bring it as a print to NärCon. So I don't just only have my bleached stuff, because the bleached stuff will be more expensive. So I do want to offer some cheaper options as well that people might be interested in. Or I hope they will be. You never really know. I also need to look into how I'm gonna set everything up, because it's kind of unclear how we that are outside, how everything is gonna be. It seems to be kind of shifting. Right now we are quite displeased with how the tables are supposed to be standing. So we're gonna see if we can, and by we I mean those who are outside, tabling outside instead of inside. We are hoping we can convince them into, instead of having 4 tables, just having 3. Because otherwise it would be very cramped and the flow of people would just be really bad. So hopefully we can manage to convince them to change some things. Because being outside is kind of experimental at this point. They never have been outside before. It's only been inside. So I hope we are able to influence some decisions. So next year, if they do it again, it will be hopefully better. Or just as good. Maybe this turns out really well. I mean, who knows? No one really knows. And this video is supposed to be like a vlog kind of thing for prepping for the con. And hopefully I can get some film during the con. No, I will be alone at my table, so I'm unsure. But hopefully I can get some footage from being there. It's nice to have as a memory. Hi. Since it's very nice weather, I'm gonna be sitting outside, trying to do these. And hopefully the dog doesn't come and wanna cuddle too much. The pros of sitting outside is that I don't need to wear my mask. So that is extremely nice. Because he gets uncomfortable after some time. Wear it all the time. It's kind of troublesome having the shadow there. There maybe? I don't know. I still have... Oh well. Maybe I should just actually move it to this side. I'm losing brain cells. There we go. But I don't think you even can see, but I have references here. At least for some. Now I've actually gotten somewhere. It's starting to look pretty good. I don't know how much you can see of the beach. It's so bright out here, so I can barely see on my viewfinder what's going on. But it's going well so far. I am very anxious about the crocs ones. I have no idea how I'm gonna make them, so I'm probably only gonna make one, unless I make them on the long ones. Maybe. Oh, this one should just get started again. I ordered some new fabric earlier this week and it arrived yesterday. So it's just cotton fabric that I've been meaning to use for bleaching, so I'm gonna try to bleach on it. It feels really nice, like it's pretty smooth. So I'm gonna give it a go, see how it reacts, if it's anything I do wanna use or if I have to use it for something else. I guess we'll see soon. This is looking mighty ridiculous, but you know, if it works, it works. To test out if I should make it bigger or smaller. I sketched out this yesterday, and I want to try and start to bleach more. I am gonna start bleaching it. I've been putting it off. It feels pretty intimidating. It's quite big. It's like A2 in size, so I'm a bit worried over that. This is the reference. I've got no clue how I'm gonna put it off, but somehow, maybe, hopefully. Jag har inte riktigt varit här ute sen mamma gick bort. Så det känns konstigt och jobbigt att vara här. But I wanna attempt to see if this is just a test piece. But I wanna see if I'm able to sew straight. Or if I won't be able to. So I don't have any high expectations, I just wanna try and then I'll see if it goes okay. Because if they do, I'll go over and do the smallest. That's gonna have the same thread. And then I'm gonna have to wait with the big one for when I change it to black thread. Well, I think I can do straight here, kind of, but I just fuck up completely. And then here, it's hard to have like something to go after when I'm sewing. Here, so I guess I will do guidelines. They are done now, at least. Some of them didn't go like quite as well as I would have liked, but most went very well. So I think the guidelines is something I'm gonna continue doing. Because I am very pleased. This ones I did before. But yes, I need to go eat now. So bye bye. Test ride. It's gonna be wobbly. I have the camera on a swing, so it's gonna wobble. It's gonna move around a bit, but 2 are done. The corrupt ones and a flower. The other ones I have had to scrub with my own poor hands. For the transferring shit I used, so I probably won't be using those again, at least not on these. Maybe still on the t-shirts, but probably not on this. It's very hard to keep being creative when you're grieving. So I'm kind of trying to take it easy and not push myself too much, but still I want to get stuff done. So I should get on and go back for the others when they have dried. This is gonna become a sticker today. If I manage to finish it in time, that is. So I just want to do some shield work tonight. It's pretty late, it's almost 10 p.m. so we'll see how much I'll do. But I want to do some at least. And I'm not too sure if I'm making enough things or if I'm making too much. It's kind of hard to estimate. I have no idea how well or how not well this will go. I think I need to like lay everything out on the floor to see, okay, how much do I actually have of what? How many shirts do I have? How many tapestries do I have? Do I need to make more? And I've also realized that I cannot hang up all of the tapestries at the same time. So I'm gonna have to pick and choose, which I do not want to do. Kinda want to have everything up, but it will be too cluttered. So then it's better to just pick and choose. So I'm gonna have to test, I think, either the day before when I'm there setting up, testing the setup, or at home, or the day off. but it feels dumb to kind of explore the day of the con. Feels weird saying the con, feels like I'm a con artist, but I'm not a con artist. I'm just an artist at a convention. I ordered new fabric that was supposed to be the same as this that I'm working on now. But lo and behold, it's turned out green when I bleached it. Yes, green of all colors. So we shall see what I can make out of it. But I did one bleaching experiment on it and I actually quite liked it. Kind of gives a moss vibe, which I liked a lot. So I'm gonna try using it. Though I would be missing this because I don't have any more of this. These are the last pieces. No, I have one more long. I do have. But otherwise, these are the last ones. We're gonna do a stress test because I cannot use these. One of these. I cannot use them as intended. I don't want them to like clasp here at the stick. It's way too hard to grab onto back here, and I don't wanna trouble the customers. So I'm hanging them here, which feels very insecure. So I'm gonna stress test with a hairdryer to see if they fly off or not. We shall see. And it probably won't be blowing as much as this will produce, hopefully. But it's a good stress test. Whee! I honestly don't have another solution. Because some of these do clamp like pretty good. And then I just hope people understand that there's more underneath. I mean, if the wind is blowing, it's gonna be like whoosh whoosh and you're gonna be able to see. And it's like a week and a half left until I have to pack up and leave. So this needs to be figured out now, and I just got these today along with these. So if, or I should say when, to have some positivity, I'm just gonna roll it up and then we're just gonna be able to open and in there, and then we're able to close it off or seal it. Look at these as well. They are on the shirts, the price tag, so I'm gonna write the size, even though the size is pretty clear. But I'm gonna write the size and the price and the name of it. And I changed a bit how I'm hanging those. It wasn't me who hang them like that, I think. But I feel like it works, so I just hang them on the edge here instead of having the stick. They do like point out, but that also means that they are quite visible from if you come from either of the sides. I also need to figure out a better way to do these, because they will die if it starts to rain. So I don't want to have anything glossy, otherwise I thought about laminating, but I feel like it could reflect too much. And then you can't see what it says. And I also did this, and this is laminated, so I hope it won't like reflect like this, because then you can't see shit, and it's very hard to read. I hope I can make one more with this theme, because then there's even, there's two, and there's two everywhere. So that's even. It feels like it's too little. Well, I mean, great. If I sell out like the first or first and a half day, fucking great. But then all this will be empty, and that will look so sad. I have nothing to show. Maybe, this is a very big maybe, I'll be able to do another shirt. I don't think I will be able to. I was working on one yesterday. But it's not a t-shirt, so it will be quite expensive, since buying that shirt cost quite a bit. Maybe it says designmaskinen, and then all of the things that I have. And I also have lights. So I have those just hanging around the edge here. They do show up a lot more when it's a bit darker. Like here you see them. It's very cozy. I think it adds quite a lot. I'm testing how I'm gonna have everything on the back here. So I think I'm gonna have the shirts up here, I think. I also have some stuff back in this box. I might also have my business cards ready here when I need to put on more. I'm only worried about this one being too high up. I'm afraid I'm gonna tip it over when I am back here. And I have a shirt and I need to give. I'm afraid I'm gonna, but I'm not gonna give the shirts like, unless they want to have the shirts just like this. They're otherwise gonna be in these bags, and I also have these big things that the shirt fits in if need be, but otherwise they're gonna be in these bags. Hi, it is me, almost 1 year later, recording this voiceover while past me is setting up. I had some footage after I got back home, but the audio wasn't very good, hence the voiceover. Being at NärCon was an experience like no other. It was scary in a way, since I was alone, besides my helper, which I appreciate a lot. I was so anxious that I almost left, but it turned out well. My tent mates or table mates, whatever word you want to use, we had some trouble with the tables. I don't think the organizer thought it through, as 4 tables wouldn't fit in the tent. Luckily, the 4th person didn't come, so we could have 3 tables instead of 4. We were also told that we would get 140 tables, but as we arrived we got 120 tables, which worked out fine for me in the end. But there were some unlucky people that just got 100 centimeters tables, so 1 meter. But everyone seemed to make it work in the end, regardless. But boy, were we worried about possible rain and strong winds. Luckily, most of my things aren't water sensitive, but I knew there were some around that had water sensitive things. So I was mostly worried about the winds, that my stuff would blow away. But overall, I'm glad I went. As exhausted as I was afterwards, and as stressed as I was leading up to it, like the months of preparation and creating, I was so stressed. There were some things I was surprised they didn't sell, and some things I was surprised that they sold out. You never really know what's gonna go and what's gonna stay. It feels like there's always something you're sad didn't sell as well or didn't sell at all. Especially if it's something that you poured your heart and soul into and you happen to really like the piece. But it is what it is. So I'm gonna show you some of the things that surprised me that they didn't sell. The Evernight longer tapestry. I really liked this one, so I was kind of sad that it didn't find a home. And we also have the frog skull smaller tapestry. I was also kind of surprised it didn't go. I was very worried about the green bleached things, since I had 3 of those. The cat skull, the shroom, and the longer just leaf ones. But all of those sold, so I was relieved because I was so worried they would not sell at all. All of the fan art, the Zelda stuff, they did not sell. It was kind of sad. But it is what it is. I was very surprised that my patches sold out. To be fair, I did not have a lot of patches with me, but they sold out, so that's gotta count for something. I am also very surprised that the bigger motifed t-shirts went. I didn't think I would sell any, maybe some of the smaller ones, but not the big ones, since they are more pricey. But they did. I was so surprised and so happy that they actually did go. Next time I'm gonna bring more patches, and I'm gonna try and figure out what motifs sold, and hopefully if I make similar ones they will sell next time as well. I need to analyze what shirts sold, what is it the style, the contrast, whatever it may be. I also need to make bigger sizes. That was something people commented on, you don't have this in my size. I'm like, no, sorry, I sadly cannot know your size and that you will arrive here and make a motif that you love. I'm sorry, that's why commissioning is a thing. But I'm planning on bringing next time at least XL in size. I guess this is it. I don't have a fancy outro or anything for this. Fancy ending. But I'm sorry that this video took almost a year to come out. So yeah, I don't know how to end this stuff, so I'm just gonna say bye bye.